It's time for Wrestling Trivia Challenge. And here's your host, the owner of NoDQ.com, Aaron Rift.
I'm back. Welcome everyone to Wrestling Trivia Challenge, episode number 9 of season 3. No Greg Cherry, which means we have a very special match today. I have 2 former Wrestling Trivia champions on. For those of you that missed the last episode, and if you did, what were you thinking? We are basically going to end the season with a Champion of Champions match. But before we get to that, we are going to have a qualifying match with 2 of our former champions, the only 2 former champions besides Jeff and Greg. So let me introduce first the second man to defeat Jeff Meacham after Greg Cherry. He is David from Gibraltar. How's it going, man?
All good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited for today's match. This is going to be a slobber knocker, no doubt about it. And let me introduce the third person who defeated Jeff Meacham. From Nova Scotia, we have Chris. How's it going, Chris?
It's been going good. You know, I've only been gone for a few episodes. In between that, I may have ruffled some feathers on Twitter, but I'm back here trying to get that title back again.
Sounds good. It's going to be a tough match, no doubt about it. So quickly, I will go over the rules. There are 20 questions. If you guys are tied at the end, we will go into a special sudden death round. Now, you guys do have 1 skip each. If there's a question you do not know the answer to and you think your opponent might know the answer, you have the option to skip. But you only have 1 skip per game when it's on your turn. Anyways, any other questions? Are you guys ready to go?
I'm good.
Just ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's do this. So, Chris, you will be first. The order does not matter. You guys will have an equal number of questions. Chris, you will be the odd questions. David, you will be the even questions. So here we go. You guys have 10 seconds per question. Chris, this first one is for you. Here we go. Who did Big Vito win the WCW Tag Team titles with in WCW? 10 seconds, go.
Johnny Stamboli.
Yes, that is correct, a.k.a. Johnny the Bull. So you got that one. That is 1 for Chris. Now we move on to question number 2 for David. All right, David. So for these questions here, they go all the way back to 1984, but they are as recent as 2018. Here we go, David, with your first question. Question number 2. Who was the number 1 entrant in the 2018 men's WWE Royal Rumble match? 10 seconds, go.
Rusev.
Yes, you got it. Very nice. I was hoping you could remember something that was a month ago. So we are now 1 apiece. Here we go. Question number 3 for Chris. Who did Asuka defeat at the WWE TLC pay-per-view in October 2017? 10 seconds, go.
Emma.
Very good. I was hoping maybe I could stuff you guys with a recent question, but so far you guys have good memory. You remember the stuff from recently. Here we go. There are plenty of older questions, though. So this is question number 4 for David. What was the name of the 2000 film that featured wrestling stars and starred David Arquette? 10 seconds, go.
Ready to Rumble.
Yes, that is correct. All right. Very nicely done. All right, here we go with question number 5 for Chris. All right, Chris. Which wrestler slapped reporter John Stossel in 1984 for calling wrestling fake? 10 seconds, go.
Dr. D. David Schultz.
Yes, very nicely done. So far you guys have not missed a question. You guys are on a roll here. Here we go. David, question number 6. Which legendary tag team had the phrase walking disaster in their theme song lyrics? 10 seconds, go.
Demolition.
Yes, that is correct. Well done. All right, moving on here to question.
Was it Demolition?
It was Demolition. You got it correctly. Moving on here to number 7. Yep. Question number 7 for Chris. What color jacket was Mark Henry wearing when he gave his fake retirement speech in 2013? 10 seconds, go.
It ain't pink, it's salmon.
There you go. You were very specific with that, too. Nicely done.
Yes.
All right, so now we move on here to question number 8 for David. All right, David, here we go. Which city hosted the 1998 King of the Ring pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
Was it Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Yes, you got it. That when in doubt, just go with Greg Cherry's hometown. That was not his question, by the way. I came up with that question, but I figured I would use Greg Cherry's city for that one. Man, you guys are good. This has been a hell of a match so far. All right, let's move on here to question number 9 for Chris.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
All right, Chris, here we go. Question number 9. What type of match did Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho have at the 2008 No Mercy pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
Ladder match.
That is correct, and that pay-per-view was where I'm living at right now, Portland, Oregon. So there you go. There's another trivia note. There's another one for Chris. All right, let's move on here to question number 10 for David. What was the name of the WWE show that Gene Okerlund hosted from 2002 to 2004? 10 seconds, go.
Confidential.
Yes, you got it. Nicely done. All right. So now we move on to question number 11 for Chris. What was the name of the pay-per-view where Stephanie McMahon turned on her father Vince and aligned herself with her then storyline husband Triple H? 10 seconds, go.
Armageddon 1999.
You got it. Nicely done. All right, that's another one for Chris. Let's move on here. We're over halfway through these questions already. You guys are doing tremendous. All right, question number 12 for David. Ric Flair lost a loser leaves WWE match to Mr. Perfect on which episode number of Raw? 10 seconds, go.
Was it on the second?
That is incorrect. You missed that one. All right, Chris, you have 10 seconds now. Go.
Third.
That is correct. It was the 3rd episode of Monday Night Raw, the night after the
It's
Royal
true.
Rumble pay-per-view.
Wasn't? Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, the second episode of Raw was when Ric Flair issued the challenge to Mr. Perfect, and then they had the match on the 3rd episode.
Yeah, I got confused with that.
Because of that DVD they put out that was like Raw the beginning. It was like the first year, and they had like random segments, and I think they had episode numbers in them.
Yeah. All right, so now we move on here to question number...
Oh, yeah.
This is for Chris. Question number 13. Which WWE superstar had the theme song lyrics, "Don't treat me like a woman, don't treat me like a man"? 10 seconds, go.
China.
That is correct. Good job, Chris. All right, let's move on here. Next question is for David. Here we go. David, question number 14. Which year was the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? 10 seconds, go.
2010.
That is correct. Nicely done. All right, let's update the score here, and then we move on to question number 15 for Chris. All right, Chris, here we go. Who eliminated Hulk Hogan from the Battle Royal on the March 14th, 1987 edition of Saturday Night's Main Event? 10 seconds, go.
Skip.
Ooh, nicely done using your skip here. David, did you know that one?
Andre the Giant.
Oh, there you go. That would have gotten you back in.
That was actually gonna be my guess if I didn't skip. So.
Oh, okay. That would have been your guess. All right. Well, here we go. We're going to move on here and do Chris's skip question. All right, Chris. Here we go. Whose testicles did Kane electrocute on the September 1st, 2003 edition of Monday Night Raw? 10 seconds, go.
Shane McMahon.
That is correct. All right. So you got that one, Chris. And David, you still have your skip, so keep that in mind here. All right. So that's one for Chris, and now we move on here to question number 16 for David. Okay, David, What was voted worst match of the year in the 2017 NoDQ.com year-end awards? 10 seconds, go.
Skip.
All right, you're going to use your skip. Chris, did you know the answer to that?
No idea.
Wow, you guys are bad with your NoDQ.com year-end awards. This was just this past year. Well, the answer was Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. That was what the fans voted, at least. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but that's what the people voted for. When in doubt, in the worst category on NoDQ.com, you go with Roman Reigns. But anyways, let's move on here to David's skip question. Here we go, David. On the 2000 WWE album entitled Aggression, Snoop Dogg performed a song for which WWE superstar? 10 seconds, go.
Was it Stone Cold?
That is correct. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin. So you got that one. Nicely done. And now we move on here to question number... We are on 17 for Chris. All right, Chris. What was the opening match of the 2002 SummerSlam pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio.
That is correct. You got it. Nicely done, Chris. And we move on here. Moving on here to question number 18 for David. All right, David. According to Spotify, what is the name of Aleister Black's WWE theme song? 10 seconds, go.
Devil Inside, I think.
That is incorrect. Chris, you got 10 seconds, go.
Fade to Black.
That is also incorrect. I stumped you guys on one. Yay, I'm so happy. The correct answer...
Damn you, Aaron.
The correct answer was Root of All Evil, and it's actually one of the top 10 tracks if you click on WWE's Spotify page. So there you go. I stumped you guys on a question. All right.
1 point for you.
Yes, 1 point for me.
Close.
Woo! All right. Number 19, back to Chris. Who did Bubba Ray Dudley put through a table on the January 24th, 2000 edition of Raw is War? 10 seconds, go.
Mae Young.
That is incorrect. All right, David, you have 10 seconds, go.
Was it Trish Stratus?
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Terry Runnels. This was the night after the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And he put Terry through the table, and then he put Mae Young through the table, and then he put Trish through the table. I think it was the Backlash pay-per-view, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it was Backlash because they had the Dudleys TNA.
All right, so I stumped you guys on 2. Yay, I'm so happy with myself. All right, so now we are on question number 20.
We want Greg back. Hashtag.
Question number 20 for David. Here we go. The most watched match on WWE's YouTube channel is a Battle Royal, and it has 75 million views. How many participants were in this Battle Royal? 10 seconds, go.
Was this the one brother that happened on SmackDown?
It was in 2011, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so I think it was the 41-man Battle Royal. I could be mistaken.
That is correct.
I'm pretty
You
sure
got
that's
it.
the one.
Of the 41-man Battle Royal, so you got that correctly. All right, guys, so that is the 20 questions, and the winner of this match with 10 points versus the 8 points of David is Chris. Congratulations, Chris. David, any thoughts you have and anything you would like to say to Chris?
Props to Chris. He's the master, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeff, you better watch out, I guess. We might see a 2-time champion coming very soon.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Chris, congratulations.
I'm not gonna say the word. I was gonna quote Booker T, but I'm not gonna do it. Jeff, we're coming for you. I'm not gonna say the word.
Hefe, we're coming for you, brother. That's all we got to say. Well, Chris is coming for you. So, Chris, congratulations. Any thoughts on the victory, and what do you have to say to Jeff and Greg? Hefe and Greg.
Well, I've never faced Greg. I'm not sure what exactly he knows, but I think I've got Jeff figured out. And like I told Jeff on Twitter, he likes hockey, and so I consider myself 1-1-1 against him with my overtime loss. So we'll see what happens now. I finally get my redemption.
All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a hell of a match, no doubt about it. It's going to be 30 questions, extended edition of No DQ's Wrestling Trivia Challenge. It will be a barn burner, no doubt. David, any plugs you have?
Well, just want to say, keep on going to No DQ. You guys are doing a great job so far, keeping us updated as to what's going to happen at WrestleMania and then anything else. So just stay tuned. Big things to come, I bet.
No doubt about it. And thank you for your support, David. Thanks to both of you for being on
Always
today.
a pleasure.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you on, and you've been one of the best competitors in the history of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. And who are you betting on? If you had to place money on one of the three, who would you put your money on? Sorry to put you on the spot.
I just say Chris has actually got a very extensive knowledge. I thought I was good, but obviously I hadn't met Chris yet. So I think Chris is just into it just as much as I do, in the sense where he remembers even the smallest things, which is the key in trivia. Chris knows. So I think Chris could have the upper hand here.
All right, so there you go. Maybe you can give him some pointers. You guys could even do a little practice trivia, and you could be his coach or something. Take down those.
I'll be the Bobby Heenan to his Mr. Perfect.
There you go. I like that. Very nicely done. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for this edition of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. We will see you guys next time for the season finale.